Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this fun fold card that highlights our beautiful Country Inn Designer Series paper that I've stamped using the Biggest Wish stamp set in our new boho blue in color. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. Okay, I've got my basic white cardstock piece cut here, and I've got my happy, and I'm going to be stamping this 3 times, so I want to make sure I'm starting with the lightest color, which is my balmy blue. I'm going to ink that up and stamp it right in the center here on the right hand side. I'm just eyeballing it, and then I'm going to wipe that clean quickly on my chamois and bring in my boho blue. I'm going to ink that up and stamp that above the first happy, lining it up as best I can. There we go. And then I'm going to clean that again. And the last color I'm going to use is this Misty Moonlight. I'm going to bring that in and stamp it below the center happy. And that gives me a pretty evenly spaced happy birthday. So once I'm done with that, I can bring in my card base. Now this card base is a score line here, and I'm going to fold it on the score line quickly, simply so that you can see this easier. I'm going to set the front sentiment aside and bring in the card base, and I'm going to pick up some of my balmy blue and just simply pop a little bit of color in the 2 corners here with that little tick mark. And then I'm going to bring in my birthday, and I'm going to ink that up in the Misty Moonlight and stamp it right here in the center. There we go. I've got my stamping done, and we can start assembling. I'm going to start by assembling my card front here, and I'm going to set this into the card base right in the center like I normally would. I'm going to add some adhesive along this outside edge, being careful to put it in a little bit so that it doesn't bleed over onto the inside of the cardstock. And then I'm going to add a little bit of ink adhesive to the outside edge, once again making sure that I don't go past that lip of the Designer Series paper. So I've got that on there. I'm going to fold this in. And if I've done that correctly, it'll adhere just where I want it to. And I've got this lovely inside with this beautiful Designer Series paper. I can open this back up, and I'm going to adhere this strip here to the outside edge so that it coordinates with the inside paper. I'm going to place it like so, just evenly spacing it. And then I'm going to bring in my scallop rectangle, and I'm going to pop these dimensionals onto the back of my scallop rectangle, like so. I want a little bit of flex to this, so I'm not going to add some to the center, but you could do that if you would like to, and if it makes you feel better. And adhere this down right in the center. Now that I have my card front done, I'm ready to add my ribbon to my sentiment piece. This is a beautiful Night of Navy, and it's got this gorgeous satin edge to it, and it's wonderful to tie. So you're really going to enjoy this ribbon, and it coordinates with this project because of all of the different shades of blue. I'm going to simply tie a knot. Now I'm going around this entire panel, and so I can shift this ribbon where I want it once I have my knot finished. Let's see, I'm going to untwist that so you can see it a little easier. And I'm going to bring in my paper snips and snip the 2 ends as I desire. And then I'm going to simply bow the paper up a little bit and slide it to where I want it and adjust as needed. You can twist this knot a little bit to the direction that you would like it to go. And of course, you always want to pull the ends of your ribbon in the direction you want them to be when you're finished. Now that I have that done, I can bring my card front back in and add some adhesive onto the back. And yes, I oopsed earlier. And as you can see, this cardstock is nice and thick, so you can fix that by simply stamping on the other side. And I'm going to adhere that down and in place inside that beautiful scallop rectangle. So there you go, a quick and easy fun fold card that is sure to brighten anyone's day. This card was made with our Biggest Wish stamp set and its bold greetings, which are a lot of fun to work with. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.